Well, hello. It's been a wee while since I last did a video blog. The main thing that has been happening lately for me has been this. Something that nobody yet knows is that at the end of this next week coming, I have decided to close this building permanently. Now, it has been a tough decision. Me and this building have been on a lot of journeys. This building is actually custom built for me and the Riding to Health. But in the 5 years that we have been here, a lot of stuff has happened. I lost a leg. We had several lockdowns and a pandemic and all of the challenges that goes with that. And then the government have had the borders closed in New Zealand for the last couple of years, which means that staff shortages are a real big issue right across the work market. We are no different to anyone else. So ultimately, all of those different pressures, including rising overhead costs and things like that, have forced me into making this decision. Now, it's not the end for Riding to Health because I am going to convert one of the rooms at my home into a massage room. We have 3 of these at Riding to Health. We're going to reduce that down to 1. And I am going to do the fitness online and at some point soon-ish when I can get the work done, I am going to convert a part of my garage to a fitness studio, and then the few people that want to continue face-to-face can do so, but I'm going to predominantly do it online. This is not unusual. A lot of businesses have been forced into this position as well. A lot of people have had to go online, work from home, remote working, all that sort of thing. So this is a new phase of Riding to Health, and one that will make it sustainable into the future and keep people in jobs, including me. That has occupied a heck of a lot of my time, mental and physical. I did the whole of the renovation for the massage room at the back of my house by myself. That used to be a terracotta and lemon coloured bedroom, spare bedroom. So yes, that's been really hard work, a learning curve, and tough on me. And yeah, me and Mitre 10 and all their staff have become good buddies, and I'm learning lots of stuff that I didn't think I would learn. I've also had to do a lot of stuff to alter the house to make it private. So we've had to get some locks put on linking doors. I've had to put sheer nets on all of the other windows on my house so that you can't see in as you're coming down the drive to come to the business. And that's been a challenge in itself because some of these nets have gone up easily, and some of them have had to take the curtain rails down and change them completely. So that's been interesting as well. Some of my ceilings are really high and I have to be on a step ladder. Some of them I can touch like this. So yes, it's been really, really difficult. I had to turn around the business relocation in just a weekend. I actually do not know how I even did that. This time I decided I wasn't going to try and do it all myself, and I got removals people to come in, and I got a whole load of boxes and boxed the stuff up over the week before, and then they did the last little bit on the day that they came out and put it all into my garage. And then I had to find all the real important stuff and get it into the room in time for the first client on Monday. Whew. It's not something I want to do again in a hurry, let me just say. At the moment, all of my fitness is online via computer. I was going to get a fitness studio built, but now building materials are in real short supply here in New Zealand, and some building projects, houses and things, have actually been put on hold because they can't get the materials. Aside from that, I'm also in cahoots again with ACC, who abruptly and without notice first cut my weekly compensation payments by 3/4, and then the following week failed to pay me at all and have yet to explain why. The business isn't in a position to pay me because I am not working. I'm actually on a medical certificate, only allowed to work 10 hours or less. I went into WINS, which if you're in the UK is DHSS, and asked them if they could help. That was 3 weeks ago, and I'm still waiting to see if they can help. I don't know what people are expecting me to do, because I've got a bit of savings, but like, you suddenly stop paying someone and I've got actually physically no way of earning in the meanwhile. That is a massive stress in itself. And what am I supposed to do? Like, magic things out of thin air? The banks don't do mortgage holidays anymore, so that wasn't an option. So yeah, I'm currently in limbo land, and I don't actually know where the next pay packet is going to come from. So it's all been really, really, really freaking stressful. And then to top it all off, yesterday I tested positive for COVID. This is not in my plans for the week following, because I've got somewhere important to be at the end of next week, which I will reveal later if I manage to make it there. So I'm now in 7 days isolation. Today is day 1 of 7 days of isolation. I had to receive a parcel today virtually. I had the door shut and I was shouting through the window to the bloke, telling him I can't come out. He's going to have to leave it there. I have the linking door between my house and the business locked, and I can't go through that way at all, or talk to the staff member or anything. We've been doing it by a text message. Luckily, I'd just been to the supermarket, so there's nothing I particularly need in the next, like, immediate time. But yeah, it's all quite stressful. And COVID, well, how's COVID treating me? Well, I actually only went for the test just to be safe. I did not expect it to come back positive. I had woken up that morning with a bit of a sore throat, and a sore throat usually comes at the end of a cold for me and not at the beginning. It's quite common, a sore throat for me. I thought, I'll just double check on my way to my massage that I'm actually not got COVID. Picked up a test from the pharmacy and it was positive straight away. So the added issue that gives me is I can't do massage. Obviously, I can do the personal training, but it's a very small part of my business, for me anyway. I can't do massage, so that means I can't even work the 10 hours that I'm working at the moment. I'm waiting for the government to tell me whether they're going to give me the subsidy or not. I have to apply for it for myself, so they get all confused. And call me up to ask me, and when they call me up, this is the Ministry of Social Development. Well, are you calling me about the business application? Are you calling me about me, the individual employee of the business? You tell me which one. You know, they ask you for your email address, and I've got 5. And it depends whether you're asking me, the business owner, or whether you're asking me, the individual, as to which email address I might give you. It's all quite confusing. So this morning I woke up and I've still got a bit of a cough, which comes and goes as the day goes through. To be honest, I've had a cough way worse at the end of a normal cold. My cough is normally way worse. And the sore throat that I started with is really not that sore now, and it just gets irritated if I end up coughing a lot. I had a banging headache, but I'm taking paracetamol. It's the only thing I can take painkiller-wise that doesn't upset me. And luckily, it's mostly keeping my headache at bay. So I feel relatively okay. Today, I feel better than I did yesterday. Yesterday, I felt a bit shiverish by the end of the day. Overnight, I didn't sleep very well. I was hot, cold. Sometimes I was freezing the blankets around my neck. Sometimes I was roasting the blankets out. I don't actually know what the temperature is today, to be honest. But I'm not actually cold, and it's autumn and I don't have the heating on. So I think I might be slightly, warmer, running warmer than normal. But that's not even something to report either, because, well, it might be the menopause, because hot flushes is something I seriously get all the time with the menopause. So God only knows. I have a bike over there. Over there. I'm considering whether to use it or not. There's my cough. Considering whether to use it or not. I might try it later. The bike inside, and then just get off and like pedal really easily. I was going to go outside, but it's actually pouring down right now, so I'm not really missing anything. But you know, the trouble with being told you have to be in isolation is, it's like the little kid thing when you say to a kid you can't do whatever and the kid suddenly wants to do it. It's like that. So normally I don't have any trouble with spending time by myself, spending time in the house, doing stuff and all that sort of thing. I'm usually quite happy with that. But the moment you tell me that I cannot go out and that's all I have to do, well, I want to go out, don't I? And it's that silly little mental game you play with yourself. So yesterday I had to make a list of all the stuff that I can do that will amuse me, that I can occupy my mind with indoors without having to speak to anyone. So we've gotten to the end of day 1. And the other thing is, I don't know how this is going to pan out, because like if you've got flu, you know what you're going to expect. If you've got a cold, you know what to expect. If you've got COVID, you've got no idea what to expect, because everybody tells you something different. But the headache and the snuffles seems to be the common symptoms. My nose is all right, really, actually. Just a bit of my voice is probably slightly deeper and I've got a bit of a cough. And that's really it. You know, if it wasn't for the fact I had a positive COVID test, I'd be conducting my life as normal because I don't feel sick. But when you say you've got COVID, it sounds, oh. So, yeah, it's been a really tricky month or two for me. Topped it off with a COVID test. Yeah, just great. So, 6 more days of isolation for me. See whether I actually survive, because when you take exercise and the outdoors away from me, I just go over like this. And I just about got back and into my groove after the legend and whatnot. So, yeah, that's how it is with me. Hopefully I won't leave it another 6 weeks before another update. But anyway,